Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the live Facebook. This is Martin here, and while we are looking into how to try to see how to share this. It looks like. Okay, and let me just do something here. Okay, I like to share my article. No, it doesn't look like I'm able to do that. Alright, well, I'll try. Alright, welcome to our live Facebook. Thank you for coming tonight, and it's good to see all of you. So tonight is another topic where it's going to be quite interesting, as we are looking into ways to diversify into the international market. For some of you is looking further away, there is always an opportunity right now, and now we're going to be checking out some of the technique or method that I'll be talking about in here. And also we just back from the Vietnam trip, and from the Ho Chi Minh City in the exhibition there, so you're able to check out some of the photos that we have there, and also look into how we are able to progress further on. Alright, but let's get on to tonight, and what are the things members SmartRobie users. Okay, so let's go. So tonight our topic will be on the blueprint, how to diversify out from the US market. Now this is because I came across an article that was written by Barron, how much it said that the US has not performed as well as the other international market or the global market. So from our global sense, where does this point to? So of course we also have to look into our regional market, and something that many of you are familiar will be the SmartRobie apps, where we have the 4 exchange, right? We have the Bursa, the US, the Singapore, and the Hong Kong. Now you probably know where I'm getting to, right? So diversify out from the US to this global market. Which market are we talking about here? Alright, so I'm going to be covering that and give you a little bit blueprint how I want to go around it. And of course, Trade VSA is the first Malaysian digital investment advisor. We are regulated by the Securities Commission of Malaysia, so that enabled us. We are also one of the finalists in the Investment Tech of the Year this year in Asian Tech 2025. Unfortunately, we did not win. The result were out, and it was won by a broker house in Singapore called Long Securities. Even Tiger Broker did not make it into the as a merge as a winner. I thought some of these bigger brokers will do so, but at the end of the day, we are quite proud of what we could achieve, being a finalist and the investment technology that many of you have come across, which is our SmartRobie in here. Okay, now of course we continue to promote the SmartRobie. You can actually make winners. I'm going to share with you some of the trades that we do every Monday, which is our live breakfast show, and also our US market and Bursa market. And I'm going to share with you some of the results that we have. Quite okay, I would say, right? Depending which stock that you bought, not all stock went up. So here was one of our winner, Mr. Yi. He walked away with the iPad and made about a 19% profit from Netgate. Alright, so Year of Snake continued to be a disappointing year from the US perspective, which is only up maybe about 5-6%. Last check, Malaysian market is still down under the water year to date, but we'll look at it shortly after this. So where is the FBM KLSE right now? Alright, so I'm just going to share with you where we are looking at. So I'm just going to make this a bit smaller here so it's easier to see. right? Where is the FBN KLCI? So if we look from here, we usually use the FKLI because that will give you the images. Okay, so right now we can, let me just pull this up a bit, right? You can see we actually turned red pentagon already. Not so good, huh? You can see 1600 did break up and then break back down to 1579. Now the 1600 resistance still remain. So it's going to move sideways depending. Now take note, the further away the market moves sideways, right, the more likely it's going to fall lower. So right now we are still down 3% from year to date. So down 3% from year to date. So that's a thank you for coming, Nora. So this is where we are. So you have to be cautious right now. Remember I said about the month of September, right? Later I'm going to show with you, which is actually a very, very bearish month, which we will lock in to the Trade VSA, VSA 360. Now, if you are not a member yet, you might want to become our member, VSA 360. Lots of benefit in here, premium screeners, and a lot more, plus the every Monday training that we do, okay? So we're going to lock in here, and so after that, we're going to go on to US Nasdaq, which is our next, so Nasdaq NQ. So look at US also has turned red pentagon. Okay, it has a turn red pentagon, and that's why going forward I still very, very caution. Right, the market can turn downwards. It's already turned already. Usually the time pentagon grinder are very, very early. Already notified you before the big sell-off that we see. Okay, so we already turned red pentagon. So take note, the market is turning, and also no genius. I said before, for the monthly return, which is in the screener here, and you can see for the month of here. Okay, let me just, I'm not going to blow it up. You can see for the month of September, this is the dashboard that we have, and then you can see always negative. We are up 4.9%. We got still another 3 more days. The market will just still hold up, and then once it cannot hold up, I think we are going to see a sell-off very, very soon. I still think that a sell-off for the Dow Jones continue to break higher. You can see last Friday there was a big move here playing catch up, but if the whole S&P 500 turn red pentagon, right, then you will see this is how we look at it. So it's green pentagon here, still okay. Nasdaq has turned, okay, Nasdaq turning bearish, and tonight is NVIDIA release of the results, so we will check it out later. Maybe we'll take a peek now. NVIDIA Corporation, where is the pre-owning? But it already turned, is it turned red? No, still green pentagon. Okay, so let's hope the red pentagon, because the earnings is up. So usually like this, either it jumps up and it will sell off. Again, another bearish move from here. Okay, so wicks, in my opinion, will started to turn upwards, which is the fear indicator, right? You can see did turn upwards to 15.16 here, still moderate in here, but if it does move to the low 13 here, then it is up. But right now it's a green bar. It does show you going to 15 and 16, so it will turn volatile very soon, so no surprises. Okay, now the KLCI, which I just shown you just now, which is from our VSA 360. Now if you have not subscribed it, hope that you support and subscribe to it. You can to our VSA 360. You can see every month over the last, how many years is this? Going back to 2016, it is continued to be very, very bearish. So September month, be warned. I've already told you already. It's going to be bearish, very bearish in here. All right, but some people just don't follow this. Okay. I got some very interesting people from Jakarta, right? And he's saying highly recommended to follow. Okay, now, oh, this is a spam guy, yeah. So here, okay, this is where I'll be going to next. Now, foreign funds. So let's take a look at the foreign funds, okay? So foreign funds, we're going to be liking this. So foreign funds, This is where we have our foreign fund. Today, what? Sime Darby up 17%. Oh, that's the first time I can see it, man. So that is going to be a widespread bar. Profit taking, we're going to come in. So you can see last 22nd, we have a huge inflow. That was the first time I see positive 77, then eventually turn back up. That was the only occasion in here. Now, like it or not, if you don't have foreign funds coming in, likelihood here is the 22nd, right? 22nd, it push up and then there's a big sell-off here. So my rationale is always going to be, if the market cannot hold up and you have a lot of foreign funds selling like here, which is depicted in the stocks that we see here, right? You will see selling off very soon. So the prognosis right now is going to be selling, right? And that's not too good too. We need their foreign funds coming in. Okay. Now let's talk about the blueprint for this evening. The easy blueprint for diversify to international market. Okay. So the two markets that I was talking about, I'm going to show you with you here, right? There's a lot of market you can choose them, right? But we're going to be focusing on the convenient, in the sense that you can get the research which is available on the SmartRobie, right? You can get it both SGX and also Hong Kong exchange in here. But the easy blueprint is you want to check if the stock market index is making new high, right? And I put in the broker friendly too. The broker friendly is good because you already have existing money in an account in Malaysia. I'm always referring people who's listening this are typically my user and my students or public who is trading in the Malaysian stock exchange. So they are looking into broker that support these exchanges, the stock exchanges in here. In this case is SGX and the Hong Kong. So we want to make sure that the stock is making higher, right? We also want to check that the large cap stocks predominate that too. Now, because like it or not, if you don't have the large cap stock and you have only mid cap and small cap stock predominantly moving, right, then what you're going to have is a very shallow market breadth, which means you don't have enough big stocks to move. You want every stocks to move together, but supported by the large cap dominating. Right. Then you also want to check for volume confirmation, right? Now, as I said before, a lot of the stock exchange in this part of the world, which is the Asia Pacific, which you're going to get on, needs to have volume in here. And then also the stock trade idea. Here we are a bit biased. We recommend the SmartRobie, so you can find those trades, the Hong Kong and also the Singapore stock. All right. And then finally, number 5 is look for undervalued stock. Now, undervalued stocks, you can check out the Robie FA. So I can take a look at this today. What are the two stocks from Robie FA? So I'm just going to log in here on my phone. I'll go over to SGX, all right, and I hit the Robie FA collection. So here I have 7. Okay, first one is the Nordic, which is 41 cents. That's a 6 out of 8. Then we have a Hong Lian Sik Holdings. We have a Digital Core REITs, 4 out of 8. We have Star Hill REITs, a lot of REITs. We got Samudra Shipping, that's at $1, which is 5. And then we have Ascenda, another real estate REITs. But we have S68, Singapore Stock Exchange, which is a 5. So that's something to be interesting looking at 5. So here is where you can get those ideas. This is for item number 5. So we know the exchange in here, right? We want to see the volume confirmation, right? So you can check out those charts in here. So I want to go further from the blueprint to share with you why I picked these two stocks. Now, if you go back to a little bit of history, the world top 25 stock exchange, but we want to be focusing on the Asia Pacific side. That's where we are. US is the market that we always talk about in here. Okay, so the Europe, it's another ball game. If you're going to be Europe, must well go to the US. So it's either we go to our neighbor, which is the Singapore Stock Exchange, and also the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, which is number 7. Like it or not, Malaysia is not in the stock exchange. We are out of the 25 top stock exchange. We didn't make it, right? Over years, you can see time again, we actually drop out from it in here. So if you look at this stock exchange in here, let me just erase this. I'm trying to see why I can't show presenter view. Oops, let me just bring that up again. I'm trying to erase this. Here we go. So you can see the market that we are interested in is this market here. I'm trying to erase this. Why can't I erase this? It doesn't work. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to go on. So from here onwards, you could see the Singapore Stock Exchange number 23 and number 7. And of course, the Shanghai Stock Exchange is number 4th. That will be the 4th largest. But the Shanghai Exchange is another ball game. Okay, the reason is because a lot of the stocks has no transparency and you have to trade through the local direct stocks. So you want to have a bit more accounting friendly, means you can look at the standards of following the international standards accounting, so at least the financials are good. We do recommend the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and the Singapore Exchange. And by the way, some of the large stocks that are listed in the Shanghai and Shenzhen are also in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And do take note, Taiwan is an up and coming profile, not to mention Japan too. Alright, why the SGX in Hong Kong? Now, for start, we know that the Hong Kong and Singapore were not doing so well last year. So they're playing a lot of catch-up. And then that's why you see a massive gap compared to the expensive US stocks. So in terms of valuation, like PE, price over earning, they are very expensive for the US stocks. But for the Singapore and Hong Kong, it's not too bad too. I'm not saying that Malaysia is, but we cover Malaysia a lot. Malaysia is still under the water. I think that also partly we've been penalized by the tariff, right? Well, we still have that 25%. We haven't got it down to lower yet. And there is China stabilizing economy. Now, there's still a question mark. So if China do recover their economy, right, then you'll see the market move up. Then also there's a high growth for Asian consumer and companies, especially in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in here. And the US interest rate cut, as well as a weaker dollar. So a lot of flows will flow out from the weaker US dollar and to the other markets, emerging markets like the Hong Kong and Singapore market. And also there's a lot of high dividend stocks. Now if you look from the chart I have here, okay, so you can see, why am I getting this? Okay. So if you can see from the chart here, the comparison, the FBM KLCI is the red one. It is from the 26th of December, okay, as of 26th of December last year. I'm trying to pull this to 31st. Hong Kong is up 25%, double almost of STI and FBM KLCI, which is 1%. So I've said before, the blueprint is that you want to see a stock that is really moving up, okay, really moving up, and it is only end of August, so there's still more, another 3 more months, September, October, November, December, another 4 more months to go, so there is still a bit of pickup from here going forward. So you can see from here, this will be a good opportunity for you to pick up some shares in the Singapore market side, and also for a start, you can look at into SGX S68. That's the one we were talking about, right? You can pick it up from the SMARTRobie on the FA collection. It's not that difficult. And then let's take a look at another one, which is the Hong Kong one, Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So I switch over to Hong Kong Stock Exchange, looking in the Robi FA list. Right, and I have two, CNOC and Tianyi Consumer Defense. Okay, we all look at those, 5 and 6. So they are only $11 for Tianyi, okay. And yeah, some of, as I said before, if the stocks is making new high, some of these older stocks will also move up too. Okay, so that will be good. And that's what I want to share with you, all of you, on this premise. Yeah. Okay, any questions so far? If any question, let me know on the comments column section there, and I'm happy to answer. After all, this is a Q&A. Okay, so next. So what we want to do is to go through a screener. Now remember, in the easy blueprint, I've talked about going through a screener where we want to look for stocks that has performed well. And this is the first example, okay? If you look at it, press metal year to date, it is about 17%. So what I did was I looked for market cap, and you can go to trading view, go by screener, and this is how I want to go through some of these stocks that you can pick up. You can see Petronas Gas is 5%, Gamuda year to date is 17%, Telecom is 5%, Petduct is 17%, Westport is 20%, 10% is KBJ, 25% is IGB REITs, Time.com was 10%, and Suncon is 35%, right? You never know that, right? So press metal, we can look at it after this, but I just want to show you here. Okay, next one, we do the same thing. We look for market cap that's above 300 million and above Hong Kong dollars, because we look for smart. And then we look for performance year to date, which is more than 5%. So you can see from here, Tencent, Xiaomi, AIA, Hong Kong Exchange, semiconductors, all about 7, and 258% was PopMart. The one is Labubu. Remember the doll? So a lot of Hong Kong stocks are really gangbang, no? As I said before. 25% the market has gone up. It can go up to 30%. Still, you still get another 10% more to go from here. Now, why I'm doing this is that I want to put new ideas into you, not just trade the US market or the Malaysian market, but also diversify out into these two markets. Okay. So then we look at the Singapore market. Now, Singapore market I just shared with you before. Year to date is up 12%. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange is up 25%. I do think Singapore is almost there, 12, 13, another 2 or 3 more percent, then you will see a bit of correction coming in here. So from here, the largest is DBS, then we have S68, you can see here, Singapore Exchange, which is 29% up already, and just now I just said before, alright, Singapore, S68, Singapore Stock Exchange turn, Green Pentagon. Okay, you can see from here, just wait for it. Okay, why it's not coming out? Oh, my Green Pentagon. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you can see Green Pentagon is here. Right, give you another opportunity to go in. So that's how you want to look for those undervalued stocks. Okay, and we can check out from the SmartRobie for S68. So how do you do that? You go to your SmartRobie. Okay, type to SGX, go to the SGX and look for S68. Okay, so once you hit S68, you look for the dividend, stock fundamental, and you can check out what is the dividend from here. Okay, so you can see from here, it pays a 2% dividend, and you will be, making money in form of Sing dollar against the ringgit. Okay, now we all know that Sing dollar over time has appreciated very, very strongly in here. So let's see if there's a trading plan for S68. There should be one. Yes, there is one. Buy call rating is 3 out of 5. You can buy below 1678. So right now it's a good buy price. Stop loss is at $16, so which is here. Okay, so doesn't take a lot to find out the stocks. Okay, so let's take a look at this list here. Later I'm going to show you how you can do this using the trading view screener in here, and just set those two parameters, performance year to date and market cap, and then you get something very, very similar with this. So you can see here, what I did was I sorted by market cap. I want to show you the large cap stock that you all know about it, and Keppel, all this has done very well. Sembawang U96, Citrium, and so forth. Okay, so these are the one. All right, let's open the screener. Right, and this is the screener that I've done. All right, so I'll open it up so you can see from here. And you go to trading view, you go to screener, go to stocks. All right, go to stocks, and okay, so we start from fresh new. And once you go to stock screener here, right, and you will select. Now, what market do you want me to select? I'm going to ask those who are in the comment section there. What market do you want me to select? Do give me one. So my screen default is Hong Kong. Okay, what market you want me to select? So you can put here, you can select more markets, right? The entire world, particular country, just like what we share with you. We start from a top 25 stock exchange in the world, right? You can even look at Australia and so forth. All right, anyone on the comment section there? What market do you want me to scan for? Because we want to go through that easy framework. Start from the stock exchange, then go down to the large cap stock. Anyone on the members comment in there? Nora? Nobody. Okay? Nobody want, okay, US market, but we want to diversify from the US market, right? Remember, Yappy, we want to focus on those Asian market. US market, no need to do this one, because this one we're doing it for the easy blueprint is to look into the other markets, other international market. Because if you just trade Malaysia and US, and if the US don't perform, where do you go to? Because my lesson is, or my point is, there are other markets performing better than the US market. I'm talking maybe for this year. But over the last couple of years, yes, US market is doing well. But who knows, 2026 will be another year the international market will outperform the US market. And then if you have got in early the SGX as well as the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, then it will be much better. The whole point is able to diversify and not just see things with it. All right, give me one more market. Anybody? Okay, we are, I don't want to hold you on it. Okay, so I don't get any, but at least good try. Okay, we will look at Singapore market. So I'll type Singapore. Okay, and that's how we got into Singapore. Now remember just now, the other big market is Taiwan. Maybe we do Taiwan. Okay, so click on Taiwan, we apply Taiwan here. So you can see right now is Taiwan. I make sure I save, no, I should make a copy. I save this as Taiwan. Okay, Taiwan Stock Exchange, TW Exchange. So I save this. So it comes out as a new screen here. So this is going to change back to Hong Kong. Okay, save this. So you can see here is Taiwan Stock Exchange, right? So Taiwan, what I did was I look for market cap that's above 300 million. You can click on that one, you can choose 2 billion and so forth. And I look for performance year to date that is 5% and above. Lo and behold, I sort it out by market cap. Okay, so once you sort it by market cap, and then you become an instant expert on the stock exchange, right? This is what I mean. So you can see TSMC, okay, Taiwan Semiconductor, everybody know about it. AI Honhai, I think they make a lot of chipset. Delta Electronics, Chonghua, CTBT, Vineyard, Acton, a lot of these are electronic semiconductors. And you can see some of these stocks, eSun has gone up by 100%. Okay, so the prices, you can look at it, is around $1,000, 720, some are 983, some of these are $33. So that's how you get discovered, right? And if you want to click on it, just go to 2884. Okay, so 2884 using Taiwan Stock Exchange, right? 2884 eSun, and that's how you use the green pentagon. All right, so right now you can see red pentagon in here, and this was quite great. You can see the market move up, right? From here, 30% move up to red pentagon, and that's a 14% move. So this is a very nice market to trade. I'm just trying to use it, but the focus is, the problem is that this Taiwan Stock Exchange is not in, but we are focusing on the Hong Kong market. But that was just a demonstration here. So right now we'll go down to Hong Kong Stock Exchange. We can look at Tencent. All right, so Tencent, if you have the Pentagon Guider plugin or the Trade BSA plugin, then you can put Tencent in here. 700, right? Or you can go to SmartRobie and enter the code. So right now this is still green Pentagon. You can see from here there's a pullback. You have to be very careful. Today is down 1.7%. Another bar down tomorrow, depending on US closing tonight, you will see red Pentagon today. Okay, so as I said before, Hong Kong Stock Exchange right now is booming. There will be a correction September in here. Once you can get into the October, then you can move in nicely. So that's one way of looking it in here. So September, let's look at Xiaomi 1810. Okay, 1810, you can key in here, 1810. Xiaomi Class B, right? Xiaomi Class B just turned green Pentagon. That's wonderful, okay? So that's one stock you want to be looking at. And you can also check out the metrics, the financials, okay? 34 times. You can look at the statistic. What is the RO, return on equity, 17%. So Xiaomi not too bad. You know about all the Xiaomi car. And if you really want to be excited for Xiaomi in here, which haven't broke to a new high with a green Pentagon, this is a nice stock. Take a look at Xiaomi. This is how you're able to find it out from here. So the green Pentagon, definitely. So you want to combine the overall big cap stocks, like what I said before. So you enter the big cap stock. And if you look at Xiaomi, Xiaomi is up 52%. Wow, that's a lot, right? Xiaomi is up here. Will it go up another 70%, 30% year to date? So we don't know, okay? So you can see from here, which is 52.8, same as last year. Last year, it went up 124%, now 50%. You see where I'm coming to, right? 52, but let's say if it does what the year it does before, 122%, wow, nice, cantik lah. You see the year before, 48%, so always ngam there. So Xiaomi has been really been a great performer for this with their cars in here. So this is how you're able to discover new stock. AIA, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, very similar. Okay, we'll move on to the Singapore market. The same you can also discover from Malaysian market also lah. So I created this, and then you just save as that, and then from time to time you come back to TradingView. Okay. So from here onwards we got DBS D05. So we go to D05. Okay, D05. Okay, D05 already turned red Pentagon. So if you look at it, D area is 14%. Some stock has gone up by 66%. In this market were to go gangbang, you will see a lot of stocks do pretty well from here onwards. Okay, do pretty well here from onwards. Let's look at this one. Was S68, right? Hong Kong, Singapore Stock Exchange, S68. Yep, this one just turned green. Looks pretty good too. I think it's this warrant a buy, and just now by looking at the trading plan on the SmartRobie. So my conclusion is those two stocks is really give you a real eye opener in it. So on conclusion, right, we are coming to the end of my live talk to give you a way to use the valuation discount on global is a compelling reason because it gives a reversal mean opportunity, which means the market has fallen the last few years, is coming back. And of course, the China recovery will directly impact the Hong Kong stocks. So that's why we are seeing a lot of big cap stocks are moving, and also the rate cuts. Rate cut means a weaker US dollar, the money will flow back into this market in here. Overall, I think for 1 year, a lot of the Chinese stocks will do pretty well going forward into the Hong Kong in here. But look of it, you also need to take profit if the market moves higher. And if there is a correction in September, October, definitely will. So anybody, you have any stocks that you want me to analyze? As usual, at least today I got Yappy giving me a US feedback, but for many of you, usually you are quite shy, and if you have any stocks, SGX or Hong Kong, you want me to look at it on the VSA chart, I'm happy to comment it in here. Or not, many of you already figure out how to use ChatGPT to analyze a stock for you. Okay, so same thing, let's look at the US market right now. We got NVIDIA. So NVIDIA hasn't turned green Pentagon yet. You can see it's been red Pentagon waiting for the breakout. So it's all going to be up on the earnings. If the earning gaps up and then turn back down, it's not a good thing. Okay, so that's lo and behold. Okay, that's earning tonight in here. Then next, okay, on our list, is TSM. We have seen TSM done pretty well in Taiwan. TSM, this is the ADR, yeah. Alright, again, pullback, very similar to the story I talked about in here. If we do see a sell-off in NVIDIA, the rest will also follow. Okay, Amazon, Microsoft, similar, see, been in a down path after the gap up. So you can see from here, every time when there's a gap up, same is going to be happening for NVIDIA. When NVIDIA gaps up, again, buy on rumor, sell on facts, that's where you see coming in. So correction time is coming already. That was, how far was it? 555 on the opening to now, that is almost a 10% loss, right? A 10% loss. So if you are trading, I think that's where you want to take quick profits for that one. Okay, any stocks on the list there? I don't see it. All right, the Malaysian stocks, anybody? You have any Malaysian stocks you want me to check it out? Give it in there. All right, some of these stocks I always want to debut in it. Right, if not, I'm going to be off. Right, and check out our SmartRobie trade idea every Monday, right, that we showcase. And the winner in here is from the trade idea from the closing price of the Green Pentagon to the peak, achieving 4.5%. We consider as a win. So right now we could see we got almost 50-50 IJM, KBJ, REIT, SciComm, PChem, and you can see some of the bigger winner one was SciComm and PChem hitting 23%. Now why I show you this is because if a stock hits around 10% or 9% from the Green Pentagon, right, take profit. Yeah, take profit. So this is the stock. So follow me every Monday as I pick these stocks, or you can check out the SmartRobie. On the US side, a very similar picture. The big gain was from ANET, eBay 20%. The others one, like all these, have to cut loss. Right, not all trade works. So this one again, my stock pick here is about 50%. Right, considering the trade here, Expedia, MUNSC, 5.2 and 20% in here. All right. So every Monday, 1 week will be the US market, 1 week. So these are all the stock pick that I do. So understanding the big algorithm is important. Where is the market stages? Is it accumulating? Is it ready to move higher, which is a stage 2, or just merely distributing? This has always been the fundamental of our stock pick that we have in here. Again, I'll ask again, any stock that you want me to analyze, feel free to pencil those in there. If not, I will end tonight's session. Thank you for coming. And don't forget, SmartRobie is powered by Pentagon Guider. Our VSA 360 premium membership is still on, where you get special guidance every Monday through our training, and also access to our premium indicators that will put you ahead, right? So don't forget, join our Telegram chat room for all our stock market information, and continue to follow us to be a great trader, as I hope that you will have a chance to diversify into the other international market. But for tonight, the sharing of SGX and Hong Kong Stock Exchange using SmartRobie will definitely be eye-changing in here. Educate yourself, and there's a lot of opportunity going into it. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the YouTube. Good night.